what up, y'all? Mr. Cruz here, the hardest worker in the room. What's popping? I wanted to do kind of like a product review, if you wanted to call it that, with this. So this is a smart rig. It's called the iRig 2. I can see it there. So this is a thing that I had bought. It's pretty much kind of like a mobile interface. What it does is it connects and plugs into your phone, and then it allows you to connect your phone to your audio interface. So by that, you'll be able to like stream audio. You'll be able to use like a really high quality, see if I can whip this around here, like a really good high quality mic whenever you're on like Facebook Live or IG Live or making TikTok videos, whatever it is. But I want to say this went for about $100. I had bought a cheaper one. I can't remember the brand. But there's like only one other brand that kind of makes something similar to this. And I had bought a cheaper one and it was trash. It didn't work as soon as I got it. So then I returned it, opted out to spend a little bit more money and get this iRig 2, and this was a well-worthy investment. So what I do, let's see if I can pull some plugs around here. All right. So I have cables like this, right? On the other end of this cable is this, right? So I'll plug these into the back of my interface, my audio interface. I got a Scarlett 2i2. So I'll plug these into the outputs of my interface. So essentially I'm gonna unplug my speakers and plug these in. And then the other end of that, right, is a 1/4 inch. Actually, it's a 1/4 inch with a 1/8 inch adapter. And this I will plug into that logo right there where the guitar is. All right, so with that, I will now plug this part into my phone, and then pretty much any audio that is going out through, that is being routed out through my interface, will now show up into my my phone as if it was connected to a mic. It's kind of like a mic interface. So I use this whenever I'm on IG Live. I'll have my mic set up, and I'll talk to my mic, talk through my mic. Not talk to, I technically talk to it. I'll talk through my mic, and then I'll like either play beats or like make beats. And what this allows me to do is it allows the people who are tuning into my live to be able to hear high quality music. Like it's literally being streamed from my computer. So they're hearing the exact same thing that I'm hearing in my headphones, especially if they were to tap into their headphones too, or if they're wearing headphones as well. And that's pretty much, that's how I use it. I know there are a lot of different applications. I've seen applications of this for, and I imagine this is kind of why it was created, was for people to stream while they're playing guitar. Because it has like an output right here that it kind of goes through, like this is where you're supposed to plug your, connect your amp into. There you go. I don't know what I'm talking about here. And then on the side, it has some knobs. I don't know if you can kind of see that. It might be a little hard. Where it says gain and then through effects. I usually leave it on through and not on effects. And I turn my gain all the way up just so that I'm getting, because otherwise it's going to be quiet. Now, the only bad thing about this is, I think I bought this on Amazon. The only bad thing about it when I'm using it, especially on IG, is that you can't invite somebody into your live whenever you're using this, because you have no way of being able to hear them. So that's the only thing that I would kind of take into the consideration as you're like exploring this. But this is super, super useful. I love it. I bought it and I swore to myself, man, I'm gonna go on IG Live all the time. And I really actually bought it because I wanted to do IG Live more often, because the only time I really get to work in the studio is late at night after like my kids and my wife have gone to sleep. And I can't crank up the volume and like, you know, wake the whole house up. So I just kind of thought this would be a really cool alternative. And I've used it several times, not often enough, in my opinion, to get my money's worth. But if you're definitely looking to do some streaming and have, you know, nice high quality music streaming through your phone, this is definitely what I would go with. All right. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy that. Hopefully it lets you know as to whether or not you want to get one of these or if it's useful to you. And I'll stay tuned for the next section because I'm going to do a little audio test with it. All right, it's your boy, Mr. Cruz, out. Hey, so this is, it's hooked up now, and I can't show you because it's kind of hooked up and it'll make the phone fall over. But it's hooked up now, and this is kind of an example of like the quality that you can get with your, with like your, when you've got a good microphone hooked up to it. And then I've got a beat here that we can just hit. And then you can kind of hear how like you would hear exactly what I'm hearing in my headphones as far as like audio quality.
Hey, yo, Mr. Cruz.
I'm sorry, I gotta let this ride for a bit. All right, no, we're gonna stop. So there you go. That's one of the things I wish that it had is like a way that I could check my levels. So sometimes before I'll go on live is I will like do a couple of test recordings to make sure that I got the levels right. And usually what I end up having to do is turning the volume down on whatever music I'm playing and then cranking the volume up overall. And then of course, when you're doing this, you're going to crank the volume up on your output knob on your interface. So essentially whatever knob you would turn to turn your speakers up, that's what you're going to turn up in order to like bring all the levels up. Anyways, that's what I got for you guys. Hopefully it's helpful and let you know whether or not you want to buy or invest into one of these things. Outside of that, let me know in the comments below. It's your boy, Mr. Cruz.